Hello everybody, it's Suffolk Blue, all the way from merry old England. How the devil are you? I hope you are well. Welcome to Pillars of Eternity and the Heritage Hill Zombie Apocalypse. We seem to have cleared out an awful lot of them actually. We are standing there in front of this doorway. We also know that Durance wants to talk to me, so let's see what he wants to say. But apparently he doesn't want to talk to me at all. Oh, is it because I'm paused? There we go. Does something ail you? I had questions I wanted to ask you.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skidding your knuckles on the wrong door.
I saw something strange. You were sitting by... Oh yes, now you remember last time we had a dream almost where we were sort of awake, we weren't awake, and we saw him sitting by a fire, then his staff burst into flames. It all went on, so let's see.
Tell me what you saw.
It was a flash like an explosion, a rushing of air incredibly bright.
It is the light of the Godhammer you saw.
Really? How did I see the Godhammer?
It was a weapon of Deerwood's people, a symbol of their independence. It saved the Deerwood.
Okay, what do you know about it?
It brought the Saints' War to an end, knocked a god from his perch. There are few that would deny Eothas overstepped. The Godhammer reminded Eothas of it. You saw its light because I helped shape it, give it life, and release it into the world. Once seen, its glory is almost too bright to be believed, and too bright to be forgotten.
So Durance helped build the Godhammer.
There were 12 of us. We fashioned the weapon, drafted plans for it, prayed for guidance at Ashfall, and it came to me there. Each of us were given a staff made from the forest of black trees around us, glowing with embers and fire far greater than this branch you see now.
Ah.
It felt as if the staff was Margaren's own finger, guiding my hand, guiding the other 11. The shadows of the 12 who would come to stand on the bridge to stop Eothas.
Okay, so shadows of the 12?
Even in that stand, there was a ritual to it. For the 12 that stood on the bridge, there were 12 shadows cast, 12 faithful of Margaren, her fiercest supporters and shapers of the Godhammer.
Durance rests the staff in front of him and the flame atop it curls for a moment, the light flaring slightly. It splits into a ring of flames, one after the other, until 12 is met.
As 12 held Eothas fast, we 12 unleashed our prayers and let the Godhammer fall.
Then it blossoms brightly, once, and resumes its candle intensity. In the aftermath, the shadows seem sharper in the vicinity, as if they have edges, and you blink to clear your vision. Durance is still staring at the tiny candle-like flame intently.
Shadows cast by the fire of the Godhammer, perhaps. We shared their fate as well in time. Now the spine of the Deerwood is marked by the Godhammer, marked by Margaret.
What do you mean, shared their fates? I mean, you're going to die as well?
Not all deaths come with stilled breath and stilled heart, or other stilled passions beneath the waste. Some deaths come from silence.
Eothas's silence is a death for the followers.
The connection we once shared with Margaren. After the light of the Godhammer, it was not the same. It was as if we'd lost our senses, and sense of purpose as well. Instead of victory being welcomed, there was silence. Within and without. Not many can claim to have killed a god. It is less a heroic tale than you would think. And such a death, it changed our faith. All faiths, I expect. Doubt followed, and the world changed. I do not believe Margaren was pleased by what we had done.
Ah, so by killing Eothas, it weakens all of the faiths, including Margaren, and maybe that's not what she had in mind.
The world is broken, the wheel stilled. There is sickness in the world's heart, Perhaps the price of crossing a god. Crossing two gods. Even as Margaret shaped our hands, perhaps we carried her will farther than was allowed. Just as Widewind did. Saint Widewind. Mortal arrogance to match mortal arrogance. Yet if the world had changed, then I sought to change with it. If I had forgotten some of Margaret's teachings, I would find them again. I would make her see me again.
What would you do? Because whatever he would do, I might be able to do to reach Aerthas.
I remembered Margaret's teachings. How reminders on the flesh were more important than the death of a vessel. And I wondered if killing Aerthas, if that had simply set him free. Had it allowed him to escape his punishment and be taken on the wheel? Like a mortal? As I stepped from the now blessed Godhammer Bridge, I thought of Ashfall. I thought of the War of Black Trees. Wondered if I needed to be burned to find myself again. That is Margaret at her heart. At least that is my hope. These are the doubts that befall me.
So what happened when you went back to Ashfall?
The road to Ashfall is long. Gives one time to think. If you think long enough, you do not go home. I left without telling anyone, with only the robes I wore at Halgot, my staff, and my name, which is long buried. Of my fellow 11 craftsmen, disciples, I know not what happened to them, if they suffered the same doubt as I did. But it was underserved. It was wrong. We had done all that, or had asked. Grab victory from defeat and...
Do you feel as if you've betrayed your god, or do you feel as if your god has betrayed you? I think it's got to be that one.
There is something about being used and cast aside. Perhaps Widewen himself felt it. There at the end, when the hammer struck. To be the proof that your god is hollow as the vessel it inhabits. I tried to find purpose, and avoided all contact with other Magranic priests. Did not seek the walls of Ashfall, and sought to make amends to my god through actions. I joined with the Purges for a time, and not long after came the first signs of the Hollowborn. So many crimes, trespasses, violations. The Salvation. Animancers were another sickness born of the Saints' War. A relapse of innovation, of desperation to heal what we had caused. All seemed worse than before the bridge, not better. And as years passed, the world became even worse still for the victory.
It would seem Magran's silence is your trial, or the purges weren't what Magran wanted. I think it's that one. That's why he's been shut out. He shouldn't have done the purges. They all went too far. So I'm going to go with I think the silence is your trial. Sweat collects in the sooty creases of his forehead and runs down his ruddy cheeks. It drips from the tip of his nose. His mouth moves, but his utterances make no sound. He is, for once, at a loss. Feeling your gaze, he quickly composes himself, wiping his forehead with the back of a dirty hand.
Huh? Worship the whims of some fickle bitch, and you'll never be more than dirt beneath her feet. Worship what she worships, on the other hand. Take her fire for your own, and her esteem comes on its own. Of course, by that time you no longer need it. Trial and transformation, sure as Durance taught.
Durance glares at you, and staring into his eyes gives you the feeling of peering over the edge of a great cliff.
You think to put the coals to my feet, but what's burned once will never burn again. These talks are your trial, Watcher. You cannot deflect the truth to one who has already been purified by it.
I'm not so sure, Durance. I'm not so sure. Tell me what happened on the bridge. We chose the bridge because we could control it. Durance's hands tighten at the top of his staff, as if holding it by the neck. It was a place where we could choke Eothas in his own footsteps, where we knew his feet would fall, a narrow neck of stone. But it was more than that. It was a spine of the direwood, symbolic of its backbone. Such symbols are important in the construction of a weapon. Durance studies his staff, his eyes travelling along the etchings. Any weapon. Durance's face hardens and his eyes burn, his eyebrows narrowing. I suspect Eothas knew that as well, and so did his vessel in its arrogance. His hand tightens on the staff. He intended to walk upon the bridge as if walking on the backs of the direwood, and we intended to burn him with the light of our faith and his. 12 on the bridge, 12 in the shadow, and gave ourselves to it. Gave yourselves to it?
We put much of ourselves into the Godhammer. Such a device is not simply a machine. There are elements of the spirit in it. Even Widewind's spirit.
Elements of the spirit?
Each of the 12 who brought the Godhammer forth would have done anything to save the Deerwood, save its people. It is why we were chosen. Each of us hated this pretender. That rage, that spirit, that rebellion went into our work, and went into studying him as well.
Widewin, why?
We all studied Widewin. He was our enemy, and he had provided the flesh the god wore as a cloak. That flesh made him vulnerable. I knew what fields his hands had tilled, his family, what he had harvested, where he had been born. We sought to know him, what had led him to fight us.
Why was that important?
You don't kill the god. You kill the man it inhabits. And you leave that man a ruin. Burn him to ash. The weapon was meant to not only burn his flesh, but it would burn his soul. And it did. At the cost of our own. And at the cost of our goddess's favor. That whore be damned.
Is that why your image was blurred in the dream? Durance frowns, glances at you with a sharp look. Perhaps your eyes were blinded by the Godhammer's light, Watcher, he snorts. I may feel half a man at times, but even that is twice that of most others.
If you fear for my spirit, your fears are baseless. The Godhammer, seeing its light, only fueled my anger, and made me stronger. Made me re-examine the teachings of Margaret. Put them in a new light.
Ah, but it looked as if there was only part of you, as if your spirit had been sheared in half.
I do not need you to cast any more questions on me, Watcher. Nor did I ask you to look upon me without my leave. Get gone, and leave me be.
Ah, Durance. Yeah, we're seeing you. We're starting to see past him. Right, let's get on and do some action now. We learned quite a bit there, though. I'm not going to go in there yet because we've not completed the whole of the outside, and I like to, you know what I'm like, sort of get my OCD-ness on. We have got full health. We've got 2 camping things as well. So we're going to go around and just see the areas which we haven't seen yet, just to see if there are any more undead ghouls or reverence or anything around that need to be cleared. Yeah, reverence, here we go. Can you hit him from here, my dear? Oh, you're always just out of range. Always.
Got him.
Right, I'm going to need you to attack here. I'm going to need you to come to here, please. I'm going to need you to attack the front. I'm going to need you to attack the side. And I want you to come to here.
Hey.
Oh, and dog, I want you to attack him. Go. I don't know what that sound is.
Got him.
Okay, so she's killed him, so let's do him.
Let's go.
Pretty quick when you get the first few down, you can just pile in and clean them out. That was good. Didn't use up any major spells or skills there, which is good.
Huh?
More bones. crockware, stale foodstuff, and once priceless vases now chipped and cracked fill the wagon.
Yeah?
Right, so we're at the top here now. Let's have a look. Let's come down into this, but we'll go to the left as we always do. We've got some balloons, which we know is a gemstone, 83 of those, and a fine dagger. Oh, there's a door. We've got some more of that ripple sponge, which is like snuff, if my memory serves. This says the Heritage Hill Cemetery still. Let's still clear up before we go in that house. We will go in the house, though. We've got a Malcoif and some more camping supplies. Now, I remember correctly, there was some camping supplies over there, the other side, which we didn't pick up. Right of Ancient Legends and Golden Oobles. Some more doors. Let's just have a look. Have we cleared the lot, have we? Okay. So, oh, that looks like it's a tower, so it's not a cavern. It looks like it goes straight up. Okay, well, let's go in here. Let's start clearing out some of these houses. And then what I think we'll do is we'll go back to the quest giver, all the way back at the Knights of the Doodars. Oh, this is bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a house. Can we just go into...
My eyes are peeled.
There's a staircase. Broken chairs, upended tables, and shattered vases block the stairs. Splintered planks shift precariously. Okay. Keep low. Ooh, we can hear some creaking. What are these? Emilio Valtas, Lord Valtas, and Lady Valtas. We can apparently talk to them. So let's go over here and have a word. Lord Valtas. Siada, let us in. It's safe. Come out now. Open the door, Siada. The female Dargirl sniffs the air and whiffs around, hissing, "Survivor." Ooh, okay, here they come. So, I want you on Lord Valtas. I want you on him. Wizard, I want you to use some power on her. Dog, I want you on her. Dog, wolf, sorry. Whoops, I want you on her. I want you to do a full arrow shot on her as well. I want you to on him. I want you on him. Go.
Huh?
And can you do a... That's going to burn them. And then can you also put a...
Can't move.
Got him.
Okay, so let's get here. On the Lord, I think, is the place. On there. I need you to knock him over. And there. More wizard spells, I think. Something like that. The dog's coming in. The dog. I keep calling it a dog. I probably shouldn't, but it is coming under a lot of heavy attack over there. They're not dying as quickly as I thought they would. Okay, Scroll of Protection.
Got him.
And can you come to here, please? So that's going to burn them a little bit. This is, what's this? Once per rest, 2 per rest, once per rest. I'm going to do the Pillar of Faith there, I think. Boom, have some of that. He's nearly dead. She's knocked out. She's down. Now we can just take her out. Come on, fall over. There we go. So they'd clearly become undead somehow, and they were trying to get access to somebody. Oh, there's lots of money here. Copper pounds, goldens, shloos. Now, is there anything else before we go in this house? In that room even. Let's just have a quick check about here. So this is their bedroom area. Let's go into secret mode. That's locked.
That's settled.
We got a hammer, a war hammer even, and Silver Luis, and a drawer which has got a mana key. We'll take that. Keep low. Oh, we missed one of our.
Huh?
Missed one of ours over here. Okay. Where are you? I need you to come to here. Actually, I need all of us to come out of stealth mode first. And I want you on him. I want you to here.
Oh.
Go.
What?
Then you can come back.
What?
And then you're going to do one of your...
Oh.
One of those. And can we just all attack the goal?
Let's
Because the doorway is going to be our friend here a little bit.
go.
Because it keeps them out from being able to attack us all at once. Durance, can you do one of yours as well, please? Just keep hitting it. It's not doing us any damage, so we may as well not use up all our spells on it. Now this is a slightly bigger creature, so let's go for the arrow to the head. And the Dargle.
Eh?
Same again.
Let's
Still not doing us any damage, so we're not using any skills. Beautiful job. That's cleared out this side of the hall. More vessel
Got
flesh. Let's come in here and have a look. So this looks like some sort of planning table. We've got Lord Valtas's will. Right click. A last will and testament has been carefully drawn up on a stained piece of sackcloth. It lists Lord Valtas' various titles and holdings, ending with the following. Should no member of my family survive, it is my wish that my wealth and property be dispensed to the Crucible Knights. Let my wife and children and me be buried with my forebears at the Valtas family tomb. At the right hand of Duke Hadret, signed Valuo Valtas, 5th Lord of the House Valtas. Okay, take that. Take the cash. So, safe haven. I stumbled upon some bizarre scene. These 3 Dargles were crowded around a door calling for someone called Seada. Search for Seada. Okay. So we've got a will. Let's see where she is. Oh, she could be in this door. They were here, weren't they? So we might as well go through this door. Because they were clearly here. There's nothing hidden in
Time to
this, is there?
see and not be
Just
seen.
wondering with all these shelves and stuff whether there's anything hidden. She's not here. Valtas Groundskeeper's letter. Oh, heaven's sake. Didn't want to do that at all. Where's that gone? Is that in the stash, probably? What's that? That's the affidavit. Here we go. Groundskeeper. This is a note addressed to the household staff. Please see to it that the family mausoleum is swept and the marble polished. The key is hanging, as always, in the kitchen by the oven. Good, so we'll be able to get into this mausoleum now we know where that is. We've now got a black and white cat that was sadly kept in that chest. Another pet, which is nice. And we've got wan light shines from behind the map. There's a ragged hole in the outside, as if someone dug through. Really? That's odd. Wan light shines from the map. There's a ragged hole to the outside, as if someone dug through it. Well, she wasn't in here. She wasn't in the bedroom either, was she? Is that it? Is that the whole area? Oh no, we can go this way. Is this the kitchen? Okay, so there's a key hanging up here somewhere. Got some rice, some beer. There seems to be a hook mentioned in the letter, but the Mausoleum Key is missing. Okay. Go to the Valtas Mausoleum in Heritage Hill. Well, we've cleared out... We can't go upstairs anyway, so nothing else is going to be upstairs. And we have cleared out Lord Valtas, so he's been put to rest. The Mausoleum. Now, now there was another house, wasn't there, over on this side as well? Where am I? Oh, wait, this was the right door. I thought that was a different looking door. There was another house on this side as well. We may as well quickly check in here whilst we're over this side. Because we've got to do a good clear out job, because you don't want to leave any zombies left. Who's that? A Cantha. How is she still alive? Is that a she? A woman bends over a roaring fireplace, feeding a splintered chair leg into it. As you get closer, you notice something unnatural about her, a certain pallor to her skin, a lack of movement beneath her flesh, even while her arms execute deft, efficient movements. And then you see puckered flesh, ragged and bloodless over her heart. Unnatural creature. We should correct it, send it scampering back to the foulest depths of animancy from whence it came.
It's rude to stare, you know. Don't worry. I've no mind to start anything with you. After all, I've stayed in such good shape by choosing my meals carefully.
Who are you?
A survivor, by the grace of my own careful preparations. When I heard the claws scrabbling at the door outside, I took care of matters myself. And since then, I've been careful to keep myself fresh and fed.
What happened here?
An incredible act of animancy, of a magnitude this part of the world likely hasn't seen since Engwithan times. Someone found something very powerful and ancient, and I'd bet my own preserved life it wasn't Aldhelm or his lovely assistant.
So, I don't understand why this district is full of walking corpses. She spins from the fire to face you, because someone found a way to tether their souls to their bodies, don't you see? She taps her skull with an impatient finger. So when the heart stops beating, when the blood stops flowing, their bodies still animate, and with a newfound hunger. She turns back to the fire. Those that can feed it with living flesh and essence stay strong and sharp. Those that can't degenerate quickly. Tell me what you know about this Eldheim. His name barely merits repeating. He's a charlatan who liked to dig up pretty artifacts and call himself a scholar. The pity with animancy these days is that just about anyone can claim to be an expert. I see. I truly doubt that. It's time for me to get going. Left out to rot, these potatoes are covered in wet ranking bruises. Stale loaves. Can we take anything from here? Yeah. It's not stealing apparently, so I'm not worried. There's a doorway through here though. That's
a simple test.
I don't suppose it's stealing because she's dead. That's the point.
Why not?
Prisoner. You're not one of Incanth's servants. Please, you've got to get us out of here before she feeds on us. What happened to you? We're just groundkeepers. When the district fell into chaos, Incantha took us in, said we'd be safe until the Knights got things under control. Instead, she locked us in here. Every week, one of us, those monsters who serves her, comes in and takes one of us away. I don't know what she's doing, but sometimes we can hear the screams. Please, get us out of here. Stay here for now. I'll come and let you out. She has to die. It seems important. Ooh, gloves. Spider fingers. Restore light endurance of perception +1. Okay, we'll sort that out in a second. Something or someone snapped this candelabra in two. Are these okay? Canthus kept us prisoners for weeks. Okay. Can we kill her? I think we sort of have to. Let's go and talk to her first, see if she attacks. I'm sure she probably will.
You return.
I came across
What
a
if you
group
come
of
seeking this time?
I came across a group of people in the back room. She clucks. Hope you didn't disturb them. Rounding them up is quite the chore. Can I cannot kill her then? Right, hold on. We can. We will do her. We will. Come to here.
Hey.
Come to here.
Huh? Let's go!
How bad? I hope you've gotten that out of your system.
So we can't fight her.
Yeah?
We definitely can't fight her. Well, let's go to the mausoleum before we release those prisoners. Well, thing is, will they die? If the mausoleum has still got ghouls in it, they might do. Let's go to the mausoleum. So apparently we can't kill her, which is unfortunate. So either she's a quest giver for later on or something, or there's another reason why. Now the Valtas Mausoleum is over here, so let's come over here. We don't have the key though, because the key was hanging up. But I wonder if that's because Sienna's inside. Maybe she's locked herself in there, keep herself safe. Locked herself in the crypt. Let's have a look. Oh no, we can go in. Go to the Valtas Mausoleum in Heritage Hill. Rescue Ciara from the Valtas Family Museum. There she is. Hello. A little girl cowers in the back of the tomb. Her face is streaked with dirt, and even in the shadows you can tell she is far too thin. She watches you, holding her breath. It's alright, you're safe. She inches into the candlelight. Her clothes are little more than filthy rags now, but ripped and stained fabric looks like embroidered silk. You have to be quiet. Noise brings the hungry people. Has she been here all along, hiding from those creatures? My name is Ciara. Are you hiding from them too? She watches the door of the vault, her eyes wide and careful. Tell me what happened to you. Her eyes take on a distant look, her legs start to tremble. Be strong. Think back to how this started. She takes a deep breath and stares at the stone floor. There was a big noise, and light in the sky. Everyone thought it was a storm, but the people started waking up after they died, She twists her shredded sleeve into knots. Mother and father, Emilio, boarded up the door, but the hungry people found our house. Her fidgeting becomes more agitated. They fought, but the hungry people always get up again. They broke through the door, and Mother told me to hide. And then I came here to hide, but the door got stuck, and I didn't know when it would be safe outside. Okay, so you're Ciara. I came across Dargors in a house. The girl's eyes widen. You saw Mother and Father and Emilio? How did you get away? Those aren't your parents anymore. Or do I tell her the truth? I killed them, I'd had no choice. Those aren't your parents anymore. She picks at her thumbnail, watching you. She nods slowly. Who are the hungry people? She whispers, her eyes are round with terror. The ones outside, they don't sleep or die, but they eat. So where's your family? That's a silly question. See, that should have come out of that selection. A lot of noise, fighting and yelling, la 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 la. Yes, you need to get out of here. Is it safe? Are the hungry people out there? It's still dangerous, but the path to the main gate should be clear. Run for it. In dialogue. So she's going to leave. Safe haven. So did we get her out? And the way back was clear. So is that now done? Oh no, they're still not done. Still got more to do on this apparently.
Scum will have a cock!
Oof! Iridescent scarab figurines. Summon an Adra beetle. Okay, we'll take that. This is the vaults. These vaults are sealed shut and sticky with cobwebs. This is more of the people who have donated to the game. Nested among the candles are the odds and ends of patchwork family memorial, Valian Luskas, and cameo etching of a woman in finery and a turquoise necklace. Let's go into secret mode.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Let's go into secret mode and see if there's anything hidden here. So we need to rescue those prisoners. And then we need to report back to the quest giver back at the Knights. Dawn approaches as well. Let's go and find... It's not that house, is it? Was it that house? No. It's this one. So I can't do anything with you at all, can I?
You return. What if you... An incredible act of animancy.
No, can't do anything with her at all. Let's release these prisoners. And see where she might kick off then, actually, when I release them. The district exit should be safe. Go now. Okay, so they've now left, which is going to leave her without any food. So she should degenerate quickly, according to her own statement. Let's see. She's still going to be very angry.
You return.
No, so we can't do anything with her at all. We have given her a bit of a smack, but it didn't do any good. But I think everyone's out. So the next point is, should we go back and do the quest handed? I think we will, and then we'll probably get sent back for that tower anyway, because whatever probably came from that tower. Let's go to here, and let's go to fast forward. Oop, fast forward even. Dawn is approaching. Aha, there. That's the nice man who helped me. And thank the Iron Arm for it. We'll get you sorted out at the keep.
Hello.
Okay, so we've already done that conversation. Phew, so she's safe. Let's go to... Now, where was it? Heritage Hill. It must have been the first fires. Whew. Now, I'm going to keep quiet. I don't know about this Will, because if... will the knights want his money and estate and everything, then they may kill her, because if not, everything goes to her. And she is the rightful heir, so she should get it all. What's this? That's the Crucible Keep over here. Let's come over here. Not sure, we probably should have done that whole zombie apocalypse thing in the middle of the night time. It's probably not the safest time to do zombies, but there we go. Looks like the most damage we took was from that trap more than anything. Now, who was the quest giver? Oh, was it the trainer at the back? Am I in the wrong place? I can't remember whether it was here or whether it was at the Dozens Hall. I think it was here. But we have rescued all her... Well, we didn't rescue them. They had to be killed, sadly. Oh, crumbs. Now, where is she? Was she here? Or was she here? Just remember where she was. Commander Cleaver, just a car, just a car. Was it Commander Cleaver? Have you found that Verlaine yet? Goodbye. No, I haven't done that yet. Is it here? Were they not? I can't remember whether they were practicing some sort of weapons. Just a car, just a car. Oh, it's here, wasn't it? Was this not where they were doing all their practices? Willa, here she is. Any news from Heritage Hill? Your guards were charmed by the spirit of a woman named Lyra. I've gotten rid of her. Her tired eyes grow round. By the flame, you found her? My missing commander? She heaves a sigh and loses her gaze amongst the floor tiles. And she was calling to the watch from beyond the grave. It doesn't make sense. But nothing in that accursed district does. What happened to all the soldiers under her spell? They didn't make it. I see. Nevertheless, thank you for your help. You've left me with as many questions as answers, but at least I know what happened to my troops and Commander Lyra. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. There's nothing else. I must attend to my duties. Is that all I got? I got money. Oh, I did get some experience. That's useful. So, there we go. We've done the missing sentries. Safe Haven is also done. So... Built to last. Commander Cleaver wants to address the shortage of trained soldiers. Penhelm. Oh, there's Sarah. Cieda even. Sarah looks like she's had a bath and a few square meals. She smiles shyly. Ah, that's nice. This is good news. Can I speak to you anymore? Have you got anything else for me? Fairly well. Good. So, quest-wise then, what to do? Well, we're going to need a kip, I think. We need to rest up and get ourselves all back up and healed. No one's got enough experience to level up. Let's just have a quick look at our party. Benevolent 2, which is good now. Stoic 2, Diplomatic 1, Passionate 1, Honest 2. So Benevolent and Honest, so we actually have at least got that up. Defiance Bay, we're faintly good in Defiance Bay. Guild of Vale thinks we're overwhelmingly good and called a champion. And Knights of the Crucible, we considered a hero, which is moderately good. But we're an ally of Defiance Bay. Well, that's good news as well. Let us now. Do I go to the was it Goose and Fox, Goose and Duck, Goose and Dog? I don't know. Or we could go back to the stronghold and see what's changed there. I'd quite like to see what's changed at the stronghold as well, because we have, if you remember, been rebuilding walls and doing all sorts of things. You can't just go there, can I? No. No. Okay. Now, Rudica, Temple of Rudica is here. Copper Lane is here. Let's head over here. Let's have a look at our stronghold and see where we're at. Sagani is a sign. What are we getting? We've got 11,000. Wow. Nothing new to report. Nothing new to report. The Barbican has been constructed. This gets finished in 2 days as the Western Barbican. And then really it's, what is it, the Towers? Perception bonus. South Curtain Wall requires the Western Barbican. Okay. Let's head back anyway. Have a quick sleep over there. Because I think we've got Guild Hollow's... Guild Hollow, what was it called? Guild Hollow, what's it called? Bright Hollow. That's been done, so we can actually sleep back at our own castle now. And I would quite like to swap the hunters over to get the little dwarf hunter out. So we'll probably go and do that. We're in fast mode, so... It will take me 22 hours to complete our journey from First Fires. Let's do it. So it's going to take us about a day to travel back to the keep. And then we'll have a quick look about and see what's changed. We can't sell. We need to. I should have sold up really, because we did get a lot of stuff there, didn't we? Got a lot of money, but actually I think this whole castle's going to require a lot of money by the looks of it. So this is the Eastern Barbican. No, this is the Eastern Barbican, but the walls haven't been fixed, like you can tell. They're still pretty ramshackle. Now where are we going? We've got the Western Barbican is still being fitted out. Is it being done? Yeah, so that's still being fitted and fixed. What do we do? Oh, Bright Hollow over here. Let's go and have a look at the house and see what that looks like. That's the maze. Here it is. Oh yeah, that looks nicer. It's cleaned up. Let's have a little look inside. Then we can have a little kip while we're here as well. Oh, it's still broken here. Still nothing downstairs then. Some plants. Were they there before? Yeah, this all looks still really badly broken up. Okay, well that's not so good. Oh, but we can go upstairs now. We couldn't go upstairs before. I'm pretty sure we couldn't. Ah, look! Got a proper house. Let's bring these to here. Let's go to party screen. Can we go to party screen? Party. Oh no, okay. Let's do that. That's what I want to do.
Already gone.
Oh, actually,
let's go.
What we want to do is take all her stuff off
Yeah.
her. Is what we want to do. So let's go to here. Take off the old lockpicks. They can go to him. I'm going to take off your stiletto, your magical cape, that stiletto. Oops, and your bow. And that leaves you with nothing, Alunith, which is fine. Let's go to the P screen. You come out.
Already gone.
Oh, she's busy with a minor adventure.
Let's go. No problem.
Hey.
Okay, well let's have a kip. Oh, that's not me.
Yes? Hey. Oh?
So is there anything in here? There is. Well, there's beds only by the looks of it. The window on the other side of the curtain looks down on a tangled mess of overgrown hedges. Okay. But I can sleep here? No bonus. Okay, let's rest. Sort of makes sense. Sort of makes sense.
Certainly.
So now we're at dawn. You can all come along. So when is she back from this minor adventure? Zagani is assigned. We can recall her. Rewards minor item remaining 1 turn. 1 turn. No counts pending. Right, now I go to P.
Already
Out,
gone.
in, accept. Itumak is with us. Let's have a look at Itumak. What has she got? She's got a fine hunting bow. A war bow. A war bow. Is that a fine bow? That's not a fine bow, is it? Here it is. So 17 to 26. Yep, so just give her a new bow. I'm going to give her a... Oh, she's got some stuff already. What's this? A fine dagger and a fine hatchet. Well, actually, you're going to get an upgrade there and there. Let's put on your cape. That's her fine hide armour, which is fine. Let's put on some colours for her, because she looks a bit... Let's do that a dark green, and let's do that a light green. Gives her some colour, that's all. We're going to put some traps over here, put them in her quick slot. We've got Crucible plate armour now as well, actually. Let's have a look at that for you guys. So 12, there, look at that, Crucible plate armour, DR12. But I like his Saints War stuff. Let's have a look at the dwarf though. He has got fine plate armour, which is DR14, so we won't be swapping any of that over. But we are going to need to sell some of this shortly. Right, let's get us all together. Let's get us all together. And now, what else have we fixed so far? I can't think.
Sure.
Did we do the keep? I think we did the keep. Let's go and have a chat with the keep, with the sentry at the keep anyway. Ah, yeah, look, we've got water flowing from there now. Never had that before. Yeah, look at the keep. Looks completely different. It's like it's been repaired. Let's go and see what the architect has to say. Let's see what it looks like inside now. Yeah, sort of been fixed up. Looks better.
I trust all is well. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
What is the state of the keep? Let's have a look. So, this is going to be finished in 1 day, 12 hours. You can only do one at a time. That's right. So, what do we look at making next? Do we focus more on the walls? The Western Barbican bars the passage of invaders coming across the Icen River. South Curtain walls further protection to the Bailey from invaders from the south, from the west. So we'll probably do the West Curtain wall. We need to get this place as safe as possible, I think. And then we can focus on what's actually inside the keep. We have got a craft hall with a weapon and armour merchant as well as dexterity bonus. A curio shop. Artificer's hall, the chapel. The forum, the training grounds, the botanical garden. And that's the hedge maze that I can see from my bedroom. Warden's Lodge watches over the wilds. Woodland Trail, Bright Hollow Hearth. Ah, these are the things inside, look. We can do them. Can I do that now? No, because of Western Barbican. Fair enough. Hirelings, no. We've got a prestige of 8 and a security of 6. Loads of cash. So what have we got in here then? We've got. There's not a chest in here. There was. So this is a treasury where we could put stuff if we wanted to keep it. Why you would have that, really? Can we go upstairs now? Has that been done? It's clever how they do this. So you do sort of get attached to the property, you know. Oh no, it's not yet, because that will be the barracks where we've got to. We need to fix that up as well. But it's quite clever how you sort of, you know, begin to rebuild and build your stronghold up. Well, that goes down to the dungeons. We haven't done anything with the dungeons. Excellent. Good. So we have slept. We've got all our bits and bobs back. What we need to do really is go back to Defiance Bay, sell up, and make ready for the next set of quests. And I think what we're going to have to do next time is probably go to see Wudica. Oh yeah, look, that's been completely fixed. So this is the hedge maze over here. We haven't built the towers yet. They're still crumbling down. These are all crumbles along here. And this is the eastern one. So once this is all safe and this is all safe, then we can really sort of fix up the middle bit. Let's come down here. Let's get fast mode on. So we'll go back to the marketplace at Copper Lane and we'll sell up accept, and we're going to go to Copper Lane, accept. And then we could probably kick off one of the curtain walls to be rebuilt as well in a little while, because I'm pretty sure we'll have the upgrade complete. And then what we need to do is find that we've got Commander Cleaver wanted us to find somebody, didn't he? So we can have a look at that as well. It's dawn, isn't it, nearly? So how far are we from that upgrade? 15 hours. So protesters again. Oh, I'm on fast mode, that's why. Let's turn that off. Past the pub, which is called the what? The Goose and Fox. What have I been calling it? All sorts of things. It's the Goose and Fox. Right, let's sell up. It doesn't, as we know, it doesn't matter who we sell to. You get the same price. So let's do that now. Another ship lost. A Valayan merchant vessel dashed against the merciless rocks. No survivors. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Let's have a look and sell some stuff up here. Telda's Ring. Seal of Faith does look good though. What does it do again? +1 first level spell users, +1 second level spell users, +1 third level spell users. So good. We've got a thing here. What's this? +10% against spells. Okay, well we'll keep that maybe. So let's get rid of some stuff. We don't need that. That. Don't want those. Cheese is fine. It's another 1300. Let's have a look here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a Warhammer. We've got those gloves, haven't we? That's correct. I remember that. Not much there. Grappling hooks. Boar hide. We can get rid of that. So 13,911 now, which is awesome. Does she have camping materials? That's what I think about it. She doesn't have camping materials. Well, that's interesting. I would have thought she would have done. Okay, well she doesn't. Let's go to here then, just quickly. Oh, not there. Let's go to here. You've got a cloak on, haven't you? Protection against magic. You get a +1. That's a capable withdrawal, actually. I'm not going to take that off. I'm going to put that on. So now he's got a protection, a spell ward amulet to help protect him against the spells. Have you got protection, or yours is also a capable withdrawal? I'm wearing my Unwavering Resolve amulet. You're wearing Fulvano's amulet. You're wearing that amulet. You've got just an ordinary cape, which does have the symbols on it. But actually, I'm going to do that now and swap that out. Lovely. And let's just get rid of these extra items as well. Show me. Oh, whoops. Show me your wares.
Good day, stranger.
And we're going to sell. Where is it? Here it is. So that. Oh, that. A lot of traps there, but that's fine. We get rid of the beer and cheese. We don't use them very much. Trade. Good. So we've completely sold out the stuff there. Let's have a look at our quests and prepare ourselves ready for what's next. We've got Rogue Knight. Osric was kicked out of the Crucible Knights. I found an affidavit. It's signed by Curran, a cipher of Dunrid Row. Should we go and look at the Rogue Knight, maybe? And built to last. Where is she? Go to the Scrivener's Dormitory in Copper Lane. Well, we are at Copper Lane. Where's the Scrivener's Dormitory then? Miller's House, Expedition Hall, First Fires, Revealed Mysteries, Catacombs. This is Copper Lane, so where is it, do you reckon? That's the marketplace. Lord Maller's House? Scrivener's Dormitory, here it is. Let's go here. As we've got the quest for it, we may as well. Did you get him the dagger? What? No, of course not. Gordy's a nice kid, but March steel is expensive. Who are they talking about? Commoner. Okay. In we go. Let's go into here and have a quick look around. And this will be the last thing we do before we call it quits for today. Very good, though. We've cleaned out... Oh, we didn't go back to the tower, did we? Built to last. Find Viana. That's a thief thing. Not doing that. Spilled tea, empty ink pots, and one detailed sketch of a fire-breathing old dwarf are all that remain of a long study session. So this is basically a school. This is Corin. Who are you? Hello, Corin.
Welcome.
Hello. By Wells' eyeless face, you are one short ogre. But why are you green? And how are you getting the ducks to keep flying around you like that? Let me guess, you smoked a lot of white leaf. Or did you get your hands on some snowcap? He clasped his hands and laughed. Snowcap? Snowcap. So few people know snowcap, much less ogres. He beams at you and nods his head. I'm looking for Viana. I like Viana. She's always talking about metal men. Which is strange, since I'm pretty sure she doesn't eat snowcap. His brow wrinkles. I don't talk about metal men either. And I do eat snowcap, huh? Anyway, she's not here right now. Flew away to Ondra's gift to meet her friend Biessa. No, Clearsa. Yes, Clearsa. Clearsa is the friend she's gone to meet. In Ondra's gift, in a house. Not a boat. North house. Empty house. Ondra's gift has a lot of boats. We should go rowing sometime. Trust me to get the stoner. You're a scrivener? He nods. Yes, I am a scrivener. I read books. I wrote books. I once ate a book, but only because it looked like sweet pie. Or perhaps it was sweet pie baked to look like a book. Interesting. Oh. I'm also a collector of herbs, flowers, plants. I sell them. Mostly I eat them. Let's see what you've got for sale. It's got snowcap. I love this one. Deary me. So it's useful to know that he's got this here actually. He's got some ripple sponge and stuff. What have we got in terms of our stuff? We've got some ripple sponge as well. There we go. We might as well sell that to him. Vienna. Ooh, we've got a level up on the dwarf. That's the last thing we'll do then. Let's do that. That's very useful. Hello, dwarfy. 6 points he's got. Athletics, maybe? Law and survival. There we go. So his athletic skill is really pumping up now. Very good. Proper little iron breaker. Look at him. Okay, vigorous defense. Which is that? Fighter becomes fiercely determined to deflect all incoming blows, dramatically increasing all defences for a short time. Once per encounter. Plus 20 to all defences. Okay. So this is fighter abilities. He could have defender. What's he got at the moment? Has he not got that at the moment? Confident aim. Knight. What was that? Including the battle axe. Crossbow. Well, he's got a battle axe, hasn't he? That is a battle axe. Morning Star and sword types. Adventurer. Soldier. Great sword and warhammers. Confident aim. Vigorous defense. So that's a once per encounter. Plus 2 enemies engaged. Plus -5. Oh, -5 deflection. I don't want that. So I'm going to give him knight because I think he's wearing a. I think he's using a battle axe. Yeah. Let's just check now I've done that.
Yeah?
Do you actually have a battle axe or am I making it up? You do have a battle axe. Excellent. So now he's got shield and battle axe as some of his talents. So hopefully that's going to make him far more dangerous as an iron breaker type dwarf than what he was before. I also wanted to move out from here, didn't I? Let's get these out of here because they're not very useful being all in here. Out. Out. All these books and notes, we need to do something with those really. Let's put these together. Can you not all stack up? Apparently not. So the dwarf is carrying all of our sort of breaking and entering tools.
Sure.
Good. So now we know where she is. We know she's not here. I think
Sure.
we're going to call it a day here in the Scriveners, in the schoolhouse, basically. Thanks very much for watching today. If you've enjoyed the episode, please consider leaving a like. It really does mean the world to me to see that you guys watch and listen and like and enjoy what I do. So please leave a like. Any comments as well, leave them down below. I always try and reply to comments. If you're not a subscriber of my channel yet, please consider clicking that button and coming along for the journey. I'd love to have you with us. So until next time, for more Pillars of Eternity, you take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon.